Good morning, everyone, and thank you for having me here at the Smart Chemistry and Smart Future exhibition. My name is Maggie Lund. I'm representing SymbioseCenter Denmark, which is belong to Kalundborg municipality in Denmark. And today I'm going to talk about Kalundborg Symbiosis. And because this is, we call it a unique private-public partnership. I work as a senior project manager at the center. So I'm going to talk about the relationship between the circular economy and industrial symbiosis first. And then I will talk about Kalundborg Symbiosis history and some cases. At the end, I will tell you a little bit about Kalundborg Association and my center, SymbioseCenter Denmark, what we do. Here you can see the famous butterflies figures is published by Ellen MacArthur Foundation in 2010. You're probably very familiar with that. Here you show the one company's produce the product, and it has been transported to the consumer or end users, and then the product has been recycled both by biological way or technical way and back to the production and being recycled or reused. We believe industrial symbiosis is a part of circular economy. It's because industrial symbiosis, we focus recycle and upcycle the waste in the production phase before they come to the consumers. Because not in this way, the waste is more pure, and normally is large quantity, which means you have a more stable resource. So what is Kalundborg symbiosis? And there's a simple definition. We call it if one company's residue can be used can be used by another company as a resource, and then we call it industrial symbiosis. Here it requires two companies, at least two companies, to collaborate with each other, and at least one waste stream. It is win-win situation for the companies, on both companies, because, for example, for company A, they are going to sell their waste, so they have an economical benefit, and they saving a lot of transportation to the waste management plant. And it's also very good for their CSR and marketing campaign or environmental policies. For company B, they suddenly get another resource chain, and sometimes those waste, which is now being used as a resource, is in very cheap price. Sometimes they get for free. Some other time actually it's a very good quality. So for company B, it's also good for their. And the slides go back a little bit. Sorry. For some company B, it's also good for their CSR policies and environmental policies. So they save a lot of transportations because they get the waste from their neighbor companies. Here there's a map. You can see Kalundborg symbiosis. And from the map, there's 8 partners. There are 5 of them private companies, 3 of them are public organizations. We have Dong Energy, is a Danish energy producer. We have Statoil, it's a Norwegian refining companies. And we have Guipoc Saint-Gobain. This is a French company which produce plasterboard for the building industry. We have also 2 other Danish companies, Novozymes and Novo Nordics. Both of them are pharmaceutical companies. And then we have 3 public companies. We have Kalundborg Utility. They are handling the water waste and district heating for the municipalities. We have Koranoven. It is also a company that works with waste management from the 9 municipalities in the area. We have then at the end Kalundborg municipality, which I'm representing for. And from this map, you can see the all 8 partners, they situate very close to each other, and they work in the completely different sectors. These actually 2 key factors that make Kalundborg Symbiosis success. First, they are very close to each other, and second, they work in the completely different sector, which means they are not direct competitors. So here there's a diagram of agreements, and there are 23 waste streams connect those 8 partners. And you can see the red line is energy, the blue one is water, the green one is material. And each stream represents agreement between 2 or more companies. And it actually taking 40 years for Kalundborg Symbiosis to develop those 23 waste streams. It's all happened from 1961. Here on the timeline, you can see on top, there's 5 cases I'm going to present later. And then I want you to focus on the bottom here. The organization has been developed over the years. From the beginning, in the 61, there's no environmental protections. There's no circular economy. There's certainly nothing is called industrial symbiosis. The name industrial symbiosis actually is given first in 1989 by some students. They have visited us and found out this is really a brilliant collaboration. What shall we call it? So actually the students have invented the name. It is also show that the company actually start collaborate with each other completely by themselves, and it's completely business driven. It's because it is economical benefit, and it's actually you probably think how they met each other, how they knew each other. There's a collaboration opportunity. At that time, those companies are not as big as today or as international as today. The top leaders actually live in Kalundborg municipality, so they have actually more local commitment. So they met each other through Rotary Club. But until now, in 2000s, the company has become bigger than before, international or global than before. That's why those top leaders, they don't live in Kalundborg municipality anymore. And so it's quite hard to just gathering them together and have meeting. Therefore, the 8 partners thought it's necessary to establish a Kalundborg Symbiosis association for the 8 partners. And then it's like a company, you have a board of directors, there's 8 top leaders, and then we have also chosen a secretarial leader to facilitate the network and the collaborations. And the facilitator actually is Kalundborg municipality. And the reason they have chosen Kalundborg municipality because the municipality have a long-term strategy, and it is very important here because public authority have long-term strategy like 10, 20 years. Normal private company, they don't have long-term strategy. They probably have only 5 years strategies. So in the symbiosis collaboration, you need long-term collaboration. Therefore, the facilitator should have this kind of long-term strategy, and also they should also be neutral. so they don't favor one company to another. And the company also feel much, how you say, less risk-taking when you collaborate with the public authorities. So until 2015, we have established SymbioseCenter Denmark, where I'm working for. It is like a spin-off from the earlier SymbioseCenter and the Kalundborg Association, because now we're working not only for Kalundborg, but at a national and international level. So we collaborate with other municipalities to help more companies to work with symbiosis. Now I'm going to talk about the 5 cases. It's all started in 1961, and the first collaboration is between Statoil and the Kalundborg municipality. Well, Statoil, they have, when they established in Kalundborg, they need a lot of water in their production. And in Kalundborg municipality, we only have groundwater, which is not a sustainable solution. So they have found out 13 kilometers away, there is a tissue lake. They can use surface water from tissue lake. So the Statoil want to build a pipe. Kalundborg municipality involved in this project because they can say in long term, this is a very valuable resource. It should not only belong to Statoil. Every company should have access to this water in the future. That's why they have involved in this project. So the Statoil financed the project. Municipality actually built the pipe. So this is actually not the symbiosis. There's no waste exchange, but it is first public-private partnership, which we think is very important because municipality have long-term goals here. And the first waste stream is built in 1972. It's a waste stream between Statoil and Gypok. And Gypok, they have chosen to establish in the Kalundborg because they can say they can use surplus gas from Statoil, which is much cheaper than oil. And because they need this energy to drive their products. So that's what's actually the reason they have chosen Kalundborg for their production. But many years later, when natural gas come into the town, Gypok actually decided to stop this waste stream because natural gas is cheaper, even cheaper than surplus gas. It shows that the collaboration is totally business driven. And some stream die, some stream will be developed in the future. And here, before the case before is a collaboration between 2 companies. Here is a case as collaboration between 5 organizations. In 1982, Novo Nordisk, Novozymes, Statoil, they all need to upgrade their boilers. And the municipality needs to also renew their district heating system. So instead of everyone build their own project, they have found out why not use the surplus heat from Dong Energy, because Dong at that time they produce a lot of energy, and they also produce lots of heat as a byproduct. So it's a waste for them. Therefore, the 5 organizations have decided to build the green pipe, as you can see from the pictures, to transfer the surplus heat from the Dong Energy. And actually, our logo, Kalundborg Symbiosis, is also inspired by those green pipes. The interesting about this case is actually, Dong actually changed their business models over the years. From the beginning, their main product is electricity, and the byproduct is the surplus heat. But those partners has become bigger and bigger over the years. Then they have changed their business model. Now they produce heat as their main product, and electricity as their byproducts. So this is quite interesting. a company actually changed their business model because of their partners. Here, there's another project. This is not just simple reuse a waste as a resource. You actually upgrade the waste first and then sell it as a higher price to the companies. It's a collaboration between Dong and Guipok. In 1993, there's a new environmental regulation that's been Dong has been told you need to remove sulfur from the chimney. And there's many ways you can remove sulfurs, but Dong actually has chosen a much more expensive solution. When they add limestone to sulfur, at the end you get gypsum as a end product. And the gypsum is a perfect raw material for Guipok because Guipok produce plasterboard. For Guipok, it is brilliant because the gypsum from Dong is very high concentrate, more than 90%, and it's in powder form. It's dry, so they can be used direct to Guipok. Before that, Guipok needs to import the raw material from other European countries and have to pre-treat the material before they can use it. So it's really a win-win for both companies in long terms. Company like Dong can make that kind of decision. It's only because they have the symbiosis DNA in their blood, and they have this mindset. They can curse them to take an extra step in this kind of project. So mindset is very important in the symbiosis collaboration. Now I'm going to talk about a newer project which has happened in between 2012 to 2016. And this is a 4 years European research project belong to FP7, Framework Program 7. It's a collaboration between 20 partners in Europe, and Kalundborg municipality is responsible for the demonstration facility here. The whole concept is like this. The industry produce lots of CO2 and surplus heat, and then they also have lots of wastewater from Novozymes and Novo Nordics. And those wastewater contain a lot of biomass. And the project is about they actually add microalgae plant to those wastewater. And at the end, they have a product like animal feed or oil to people. And depends on what kind of microalgae plant you put in, you can sometimes actually get omega-3, this kind of high-value products. So in the future, that's Kalundborg Symbiosis decide to make more projects, and for example, they are going to sweep for Dong Energy. They're going to use the wood chip instead of coal. Actually, this could be a problem because if you use the wood chips, there also less sulfur is being produced, which means Guipok probably have to find a new suppliers. But this is how it is. It's fully business driven, and we also be able to track new companies, new startups like Unibio. They have chosen to establish in Kalundborg. It's also because they can say they can use lots of waste stream in their productions. They produce protein for animal feed. We also have been able to attract new education. Kalundborg is a small town, 50,000 people living there. There's now we have been able to have engineering program, biotech technologies engineering programs started this year. So a small town can also have a university now. Yeah. Now I would like to talk a little bit about our Symbiosis Center Denmark as what I'm working for. We work with other municipality and the company to help them. More municipality and the company could work with symbiosis. So we have 4 main activities. First one is the company programs. We actually apply different national, international funding to help small medium company to work with the symbiosis. And we do also marketing. We promote our solutions and the idea behind symbiosis. We do also collaborate with other universities to do some education programs. And at the end, we also still keep doing research activity, demonstration project, and promote triple helix collaboration between companies, university, and the public sector. So that's it. And at the end, I want to say, system make it possible, people make it happen, because we think the trust between the company is one key factors, because you need company to collaborate in long term. Secondly, is the mindset. You also need top management's engagement. They're the one to decide whether they should invest or not in the such symbiosis collaboration. So mindset is also very important factor here. So thank you very much.